What's going on? Welcome back to That Stupid Dating Show. Eric and Rain are back. We are outside. It is a beautiful fucking morning.
Man, it is a great morning.
Beautiful.
On Sunday. And you've already spilt your beer all over the driveway.
Yeah, and that was honestly my very first beer. I got one sip out of it and I spilt it all over the driveway.
And now you're playing footsies with it.
Yeah, well, I was trying not to, splat it everywhere.
And now you're like a little kid, like on a big thing, just like, oh, look at me.
I saw that on the video the last time. I look funny.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I
do.
I don't think you look funny, man.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you don't.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have a face for radio.
Oh, that's good.
And a voice for TV.
And a cock for porn.
Yes, you do. With that curved up. That curved up. So
one day you're going to find out it's not actually curved up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google search it. You got a OnlyFans I could subscribe to?
Not yet.
But we might have a podcast to subscribe to.
Hey.
But anyway, so what's going on, man?
Just another day in paradise. I
know, it's nice. I unfortunately have to work today at 2 o'clock. The BMX Worlds are going on.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you should come out and watch. Maybe not this week, but next week are the pros, and the pros are absolutely outstanding to watch.
They're great,
dude. And I mean, we're talking about elite BMX riders. This is the Olympics.
Really?
This is the Olympics of
like full-blown
BMX.
pro, like ESPN
yes,
pro?
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it's going to be on ESPN, honestly.
So that's next Sunday?
Yeah, they're racing. Oh no, they're racing next Saturday.
Okay.
The pros. I'll give you all the information, but man, it's.
I would actually like. I would prefer that over soccer.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I won't bail out on this.
Yeah, you bailed out on soccer. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's 48 countries represented now. The ladies are looking nice over there. No, not over there, like at the BMX. No, there was no ladies walking.
Well, you were looking in that direction.
Yeah, and I pointed, so that's...
You did, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my fault. But, yeah, hey, so I got a question for you.
Yeah?
What TV show and or movie series were you upset about that just abruptly ended and didn't finish the story?
Oh, man. There is one, but I can't remember the name of it. It was on Netflix. It's an older show, and I didn't actually watch it when it was, like, on air.
Yeah.
I saw it on Netflix, and there was only one season, and I loved it. Do you know the guy that plays in I Love You, Man?
Yeah.
Not
Paul Rudd.
Not Paul Rudd, but the other guy?
Yeah, Jason Segel.
Yeah, he was in that show.
Not How I Met Your Mother.
No.
Because that ended.
It was like they were in high school and all that.
Oh, yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about?
I do know which one you're talking about.
It was so good, dude.
Was it? Okay.
And it was only one season.
Oh, yeah. I hate when they do that.
I know.
They draw you in and then bam. So I've actually got 3 now that I've been thinking about it. 2 TV shows, 1 movie series. I'll start with the TV shows. White Collar.
Never seen it.
So it's about this thief. And he's like the best thief. And he gets hired by the FBI. But he's on like house arrest and things like that. Starts working with the FBI, thinking like a thief, and it just like abruptly ended, right? And you don't know what's going on at the
just
end.
Left
it's like
you hanging.
Yeah, it's like great, like that was a good show. Second one is another show that was on AMC called The Glades, and it was like this cop show, and he's like a badass detective.
Like in the Everglades?
Yeah, the Everglades. Yeah. And it ends with him being late to his wedding because he got shot. That's it. That was the last episode they aired. It never came on. And I'm like, what? Well, did he die? Does she forgive him? Because they had a rocky relationship.
Did he make it to the wedding?
We don't know.
Huh.
He got shot, and it just abruptly ends. Totally pissed off. Spoiler alert, don't waste your time because you don't know what happens after that. And now the movie series. I was, since I've been working late, I've been going home and watching movies. And I put on the Divergent series. Have you seen that one?
No.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I heard it is good.
It's definitely a psychological type-based movie that is supposed to be fantasy and sci-fi. But if you look at the psychology of it, it's like everybody is kind of divergent in their own way. And then there are some people that just stick to their certain mind frame and only hang out, like they live in an echo chamber type thing. And anybody that doesn't is either factionless or divergent. And it just ends with the third movie. And so I text my mom. I'm like, you know what I'm mad about? She's like, what? I'm like, she's like, spill the beans. I want the drama. I'm like, that the Divergent series stops after the third movie. And she's like, I know, but it was so horrible. So she kind of spilled the beans on what happens after because I didn't read the books. And I'm like, man, they just need to come out with the movie. Like, just do it.
I'm really not a big movie or TV show guy. Like,
really?
If I'm gonna watch anything, usually it's YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I like YouTube because I can literally basically type in whatever I want and there's something for it.
Yeah. Do you like the Mr. Beast ones?
I love Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, they're so badass.
I would really like to get in one of the competitions.
Oh yeah, I think I could do it. Like,
I definitely
100 days inside a.
Have you seen the 100 people inside there that have to stay in their little cubicle and they vote each other out? Dude,
yeah, I wouldn't survive there.
I swear I could outlast everybody.
Now, I could outlast, but I wouldn't survive. I'd either get voted out or
for being an asshole.
Voted out for being an asshole, or I would just they'd just like do that random draw. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm out.
That's my luck.
Yeah. So I'd be unlucky, but it feels like, hey, you and Rain have to stay in this house with only the chicken, water, and a shower, and entertain yourselves.
Yeah.
And then you get this $1 million. But at the end, you could split it. So it's $500,000 a piece, or you could take it. And I know for a fact we wouldn't take it from each other, but they would try to play it off like, oh, yeah.
You know what my favorite thing is? And they've done it on Mr. Beast, but I've seen it on other shows where each of you have a box, and one box has like $1 million in it, and the other one doesn't. And whoever has the one with $1 million has to, what do you call that? Act like they don't have it.
Oh, yeah,
or
the lie thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to bluff them.
Yeah, you have to bluff them.
And, man, those are intense.
They are intense, and I would guess that the person that is the most honest, like, actually, like, if I had the box without $1 million, I would just be honest, like, I actually don't have it, so you don't want it. And then that other person's like, yeah, I have it. Like, don't take his. They would believe me more, because who would admit that they don't have it when they're trying to steal?
Yeah, right.
And they'd be like, oh, I got $1 million, you idiot. What an idiot.
I'd like to think I'm a pretty good actor, so I think I could...
Dude, I could literally see you in, like, like, as an extra in a movie, and then they give you one line. They give you one line, and then someone's like,
be the most epic line ever.
Yeah, and then someone's like, hire that man. I could totally see it, like Rain.
You know, when I was like 6 or 7 years old, my aunt, she used to work for Screen Gems 9, which is a major motion picture company down in Wilmington, and I casted for a commercial, and I got the lead part in a commercial. It only aired in Ohio, but it was for some energy group or whatever, but it was like a baseball setting in the commercial.
Yeah.
And at the end of the commercial, it had me running out and catching the ball like somebody just hit it.
Oh, nice.
And then I had to jump up and down and stuff.
Yeah.
Did
they have to get you stilts to jump or a trampoline?
No, they had to cut the grass down a little bit, though.
Yeah, the grass was...
It was over my head.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, I did that. I actually have that on VHS in the house somewhere.
Nice, VHS.
Yeah, I need to get me a VHS player. I hear those are great.
You mean Connie doesn't have one?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Why'd you laugh?
I don't know.
You knew what I meant.
That's funny.
Yeah, anyways, so back to this. You don't, like, watch TV or movies. I
do sometimes. But.
So, because I am... When I'm not with you or not out with somebody, I'm extremely extroverted. Like, I just want to be at home. I'm a hermit. Alone. Even in dating, like, once we've already been, like, going out, I would say I really enjoy just staying in and watching a show. I
just end up on my phone scrolling, and then I'm not paying attention.
And then that's not really quality time. But and I think we've talked about this, but since it's just me and you now, would you count that as spending quality time if you guys have a show that you share?
Yeah, of course.
Me too.
I mean, honestly, like, I would even consider quality time And I know I've said this before, quality time sitting in the same room, even if we're both on our phones, you're still in the presence of each other. You can look up and talk to them anytime you want, you know? Like,
yeah. So, you see this stupid thing Eric posted? What a douche.
Just sit around and talk shit about Eric.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's epic quality time.
I mean, if you want like high quality time, then, you know, put the phones in the safe.
Yeah.
Go for a walk or something.
So yeah, and I think those are all needed at times, but I'm big on just, hey, why don't you just come over tonight, or I go over to your house, or if you're living together, let's just enjoy each other. Let's order food, relax.
Here's a good one. Would you rather, like, let's say you've been dating a girl for a couple months, like your relationship's pretty good or whatever. Would you rather go hang out at their house or have them come over to your house?
Ooh, that is a good question, because I guess there's so many factors. And I have to assume that I'm dating somebody with kids, because I enjoy that more, dating some of the kids. So if my kids aren't there, or if she's already met my kids, like, yeah, come over to my place. Yeah. I would say, just because then it's I know where everything's at. I could attempt to cook. I could order.
It's your domain. You don't feel restricted from anywhere.
Restricted, right. And then it's also the fact of, like, I don't want to put pressure on them for, like, straightening up. Like, because I seriously don't care. But my apartment's always tidy.
Yeah.
So when someone's like, hey, you want me to come over to your house? Like, yeah, sure. I don't have to worry about cleaning. It's just like,
yep, come on.
Yep, come on. Where if you, like, plan for the guy to come over, I know probably a high percentage of women are, like, tidying up.
Oh, yeah.
Cleaning up, and then they get into the shower right before. It's like, you didn't have to do all that.
Get over there and their hair's still wet.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we're going to order sushi and watch, Survivor. But yeah, that's a good question.
Survivor.
Yeah. So what about you?
I would rather them come to my house. Like I said, it's your domain. It's, you don't feel restricted. You can kind of just, I feel like you can be more yourself at your house.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So now that we're on the coming over part, at what point, at what date? Let's ask that question. At what date do you think it is safe for a man to ask, hey, why don't you just come over? Because we've had guests that say all they want me to do is come over, and it's like the first date.
Yeah.
And me and you have agreed that's stupid. Like, don't do that. So let me get your opinion. What number date do you think it should be?
I would say maybe a solid 3 to 4 dates.
Oh, okay.
Like, you have your first date, and then you meet for a second date to make sure you still like them, and then the third date you're still hitting it off. So hey, how about next time come over and we can make dinner and watch a movie and hang out.
Yeah, I'm in the same ballpark. I'd say 4 or 5. 4 or 5 dates, because it's the same logic as you're using. Like, hey, let's just make sure that we feel safe with each other,
right?
Because it's not about the whole let's just, like, hang out at the house. It's like, no, one of us is coming into each other's house, and it's a safety for both.
You gotta shit, I just lost what I was saying. Go ahead.
No, I was waiting on you.
Well, I forgot.
Oh, well, yeah, I was just talking about the safety.
I was gonna say, so I had this conversation with Connie. Wow,
that guy's a douche.
What a fucker. How many dates before you have sex for the first time?
I mean, that's really depending on how safe and comfortable you feel with that person. It could be the first night.
But if it's the first night, who's going over to whose house on the first night?
I mean,
are you going to do it in the car? Or?
Sure, it's whatever. But then also, it's just like, hey, I'm already comfortable with you to get to this point. You're probably comfortable to let them in your house, right?
How long ago was the last time you had sex in your car?
Oh, boy.
Yesterday?
No. No, not at all. Oh, boy. It was last year.
Last year?
It was last year, but it was like... it was not okay. It was not fun.
Titty milk was mine.
Oh, really? So that was a long, long time.
Yeah. Wow, it was.
Yeah, it
Only
was
seems
last
like
year.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was last year, but it was like never doing this again.
Really?
Especially in the front seat. I don't mind the back seat, but the front seat's just like you got the.
If you got a truck, you can lay down the back seats, and it's a lot easier.
We both have Hondas now.
Yeah,
so.
we're Honda guys.
Hey, so I sent you a text yesterday about the standards meter, like the app.
Oh yeah.
And I was wondering, we should probably go over it and see. I've sent it to a few people to like, and I even did the people that I work with like to see their standards, and I asked them to just give me a percentage, and I'll do it to you, and then we'll take the test.
Yeah,
so,
I'm good with that.
So
before we start, take a quick break.
Okay, cool.
All right.